Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the worst story ever made, and that is One Piece. One Piece is the worst thing created since literally everything. It's worse than Bubsy 3D, it's worse than Serbian film, it's worse than literally every single piece of garbage media you can think of. So today we're going to be making an arc ranking list of all these terrible, terrible arcs. And first we have Romance Dawn, E tier for starting this travesty. Garbage. It's all garbage. Now, Drum Island, this brings Chopper, who is the worst character ever, so this also goes in E tier. Now we go to Alabasta, which goes in Z tier because this arc is epic. It is the most epic thing ever. You guys need to watch Alabasta, okay? That ending, wait, why am I glazing One Piece? Anyways, Jaya, this arc is questionably racist, so D tier. Skypiea. Now, Skypiea is also Z tier, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, Skypiea is so bad, it goes in Z tier because it's freaking awesome. And if you guys don't agree with me, then screw you guys. Long. Water 7, Z tier because Water 7 is an awesome arc. Enies Lobby, also Z tier. Now, this is the last of Z tier you're going to see. These are the last good arcs. And also, let's change Z tier to not the worst. You see? Because everything else is garbage, by the way, okay? Post Enies Lobby. First of all, garbage. What even is that? That's not an arc. That's Post Enies Lobby. What even is that? Thriller arc. Perona's kind of hot, so A tier. A tier. Ouch! That's all. That's all you get. It's A tier. Got it? Sabaody Archipelago. Now, I'm going to talk about Sabaody Archipelago right now. So, it has the worst characters, that is the worst generation. They're literally called the worst generation. Even the author knows that they're terrible characters. You have Kid, who's supposed to be the Vegeta of the show, who sucks. You have Law, who's some confused orphan child. You have Bonnie, who's just a lolly insert for the author, but he can draw her older, so it's not actually weird. But this arc did introduce Charlos. So, which is why it goes in the good tier. Because Charlos is the best character in the show. And if you guys disagree, you guys can suck one. Anyways, Orange Town. I'm just joking about that last part. Orange Town. Where should we put Orange Town? Well, now, if you guys know One Piece, you guys will know that Orange Town introduces Buggy. And I liked Buggy at first. Then I saw people start shipping him with Shanks. That's weird. So it goes in C tier because of that. It would have been high tier. Amazon Lily. So this arc introduces us to Boa Hancock, who is a puppy abuser, a racist, misandrist. She is the worst of all characters. She's I don't even like her. Her sisters, on the other hand, though, Sanders Sonia. Yes. So the issue is here but we also have Sanders Sonia. So I'm not really sure where I should put this arc. I'll put it in C tier. And actually, no, I'm going to put it in S tier for Sanders Sonia because Sanders Sonia is the only good part of this arc. Give me some Sanders Sonia. Yes, that's what I want. Now, Impel Down. Now, this arc was very funny, but then I found out what it was based off, and it was actually based off Dante. And since I don't want to give Dante any credits and screw him, he goes in E tier. So, yeah. Marineford. Now, I know lots of people like this arc, but Ace is the worst brother ever. Imagine your little brother goes through freaking hell to save you, and you run away like a bum. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ace. This goes in A tier. A for ass. Yeah, let's change that up. That's where Ace belongs. Now, if we were making a characters list, this would be different. So now we have post-war. This has Dragon in the thumbnail, so yes, this immediately goes in D tier for Dick. Now we have Return to Sabaody Archipelago. Return to Sabaody is a useless arc. So basically, this is what happens to the characters. So you have Luffy, who's now even more childish than he was previously. You have Zoro, who's now even more edgy. You have Sanji, who's now even more simpish. You have Nami and Robin, who are literally hentai dolls. and everyone else is kind of just too over exaggerated. So E for effort. Nah, you go in ass tier. Now, Fishman Island. Fishman Island. So, this arc brings Fisher Tiger, which is the coolest character in One Piece. Fight me on that. And it also brings Hody Jones, who's like a W character too. So, I'll put this in good tier. Yeah. Punk Hazard. Yeah, no. Punk Hazard goes there. Dressrosa is the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay? It is way too long. It's almost as long as my dick. And that's like crazy coming from me, like seriously. And Dressrosa in general has the hell is this said? That better have not been a porn ad. Anyways, Dressrosa is just awful. It is awful in every way, shape, and form. It brings back Sabo, terrible inclusion. Dofi wastes too much time. It's just a ripoff of Alabasta, straight up ripoff. Speaking of ripoffs, we have Whole Cake Island, which is a ripoff of Enies Lobby, a bottom of the freaking barrel tier. Oh, why am I yapping so much about One Piece? I don't even like One Piece. Freaking awful ass arc. Oh wait, we still have some pre-time skip arcs to go. Yeah, remember when we had good pre-time skip arcs? Yeah, okay, put Baratier in B tier for Baratier. Logtown, D tier. Arlong Park, yeah! Yeah, this goes in good. Why? Because it has Arlong in it, and Arlong is like the best character in the show. Maybe behind Fisher Tiger. And don't call me a dirty Giller lover, okay? It's a freaking good show. I mean, what? Anyway, Reverse Mountain, E tier. Little Garden goes in E tier. It's very little, just like the size of the penises of the people who dislike this video. Whiskey Peak goes in C tier, because I actually think this arc is funny. Egghead Island goes in E tier. We're not talking about Egghead. So now we have Zoe. It brings Carrot, so it goes in not the worst, okay? Any arc with Carrot is not the worst thing ever. Ignore Whole Cake Island right now. Syrup Village, screw Syrup Village. So, back to what I was saying about Whole Cake Island. This arc is some hot ass, okay? Even more ass than what Angry Video Game Nerd says. Why? His lobby, it completely emasculates Sanji more than he's already been emasculated. He's been emasculated since day one, but he's completely emasculated. It's like watching someone get his testicles bit off. Oh, my goodness. And yeah. Now, Levelly Arc has Charlos, which makes it in good tier. And you have no idea the pain you have to go through when watching Wano. Okay? I'm talking about reading Wano. I didn't even watch it. I read it. Okay? That's how bad Wano is. You have the loser-ass dragon, Kaido, who gets his ass whooped. Also, by the way, Kaido, your name is the same name as a freaking Darman actor. So, make of that what you will. He's a freaking loser, worst villain ever in the whole series. Screw Kaido. Baby boy, bum ass gets knocked around by Gear 5. Also, yeah, speaking of Gear 5, terrible transformation. I don't care how cool Big Fist is in the air. Okay, it's awful. 0 out of 5. Screw Gear 5. Yeah, Gear 5 is was meant as a joke, and saying that it's well foreshadowed is nothing more than a joke. Got it. Now, as for Elbaf, we don't know much about Elbaf, so I put it in E for Elbaf. Elbaf is also some trash, but, I mean, it's not as bad as the other arcs. Now, back to some complaints about Elbaf. Characters have no Riz in that arc. Absolutely none. Scupper, Gaban. And then we have the flashback, which is all for the Goon piece, in which every Rocks pirate is a massive sim. And, so much testicular castration is going on in that arc, and yeah, I personally don't want to see how it ends. And see you guys in like 2035 when One Piece finally ends and we can give the final rank.